Here we are. Here we go again. It is now Tuesday. And I know, unfortunately, I was saying that we were going to have a different arrangement here previously, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So hopefully the audio is working. It's been working the past few times, so hopefully we don't have too many problems with it. I'm going to say what's up. What's up, everybody? What's up, Barry Jones? How are you, man? What's up, Bernie? Glad to see you made it in. Sweet mother of mayhem. You got that right. Laura, oh, yeah, thanks a lot, Laura, calling me out, saying, watch, everyone, 9-minute countdown, and he still messes up something. I'll probably mess up my words more than anything. But, yeah, I don't know. Is the audio working? Audio working, guys? I can't really hear it. It seems like it's working, though. Nobody's complaining. Watch, everyone, 9. Okay, I just double-checked, and it seems like we're doing good. But it's working. It's working. How is everybody doing? Yeah, exactly. Bernie said, tonight, if you squeeze a Jourdain, you get lemonade. I'm assuming that's because of the shirt, but I would have thought bananas. What's up, Steve James? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Darnell. Darnell has made it into the chat. Everybody's good. Everybody's ready to rock and roll. Yeah, Steve, the audio's fine so far. Sometimes it blanks out and it gives me a bunch of static, but I think that was because I had the audio levels a little too high, and sometimes, you know, when you have those things a little too high, it just kind of messes everything up. So, you know, I've learned my lesson from that. I've learned my lesson the hard way with that one anyway, and, you know, you just got to – it just is what it is. You got to roll with the punches sometimes because there's not really much else you can do with it. You just have to keep – rolling, you know. Craig, good to see you, man. You said you're doing great. Good. It was great seeing your man cave yesterday because I've not been able to see a hot and peaked. Exactly, Steve. That's exactly what it was. It was hot and peaked, and it peaked and it peaked and it didn't stop peaking, and it was just crazy. So it's just one of those things, you know. I'm still learning the new software, which is not necessarily new now. I think this has been officially a week that we've been on Streamlabs, and everything is great. So I cannot complain about that other than Barry Jones saying that the color of that damn shirt is too high. I know. It's a loud shirt. It's a very loud shirt, but, I mean, you know, don't we want to be loud? Aren't we trying to get attention out there? If people if people are, like, scrolling through their stream, their YouTube or their Facebook stream, and they see a dude with long hair talking with a yellow shirt, I'd probably want to hear what he had to say. Now, I probably wouldn't be listening for too long, depending on what he's got to talk about, but I'm sure that I'd be interested in it, you know. Streamlabs OBS is a lot of fun and has a lot of interactive tools you can use. Yeah, Steve, exactly. That's what I'm working on now. So it took me a little while to figure out how to get everything rolling and how to get everything in line and not messing up. Because it was I spent like a week just trying to get it to work, and I even talked to like the Streamlabs workers or their people that they're specialists that they have for these types of scenarios, and we couldn't for some reason we couldn't figure it out. And then a new Streamlabs update came out, so I downloaded that and it worked. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just like, all right, cool. At least I'm not wasting my time on Streamlabs because Streamlabs does seem to be working properly now. So I'm not really worried about it too much, you know. Yeah, so that's just one of the things. It was a good happy Tuesday. I know we started the week off pretty well yesterday in review. And before we get started, please make sure that you like, comment, and share on this post, whether it is on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. It is on Periscope, but I don't think that we have many people on Periscope who really watch, so that's irrelevant. But yeah, just make sure that you guys comment, share, tell people that, hey, we got a live show going on all the time, and if you want to join in, join in. That's one of my that's one of the things. That's one of my notes that I have here that I'm supposed to do because I never actually do that. I always forget. I always just like to. When we get on, I just like to start talking. I just like for us to start rolling and getting it going. So I can't really, harp on it too much. But before we get started, I have to get into the habit of reminding everybody, hey, guys, make sure you share our stuff and you try to get us, that type of stuff. So, share, like, comment, subscribe. Click that subscribe button. And while you're there, what was it? What was it on YouTube? There's like a thing that you have to do as well to get like notifications. I think it's like you click the bell. I think you click the bell. Click the bell. Click the bell if you're on YouTube. But if you're on Facebook, just subscribe. Just subscribe. Laura said, your shoulders are jacked. Also, almost doesn't fit. The shirt doesn't fit? Nah, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's, hey, looks great for us girls. Love it. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Hey, do they look good? Do they look good in this shirt? It's probably the shirt. That's the thing. Like, because usually I'll wear shirts that aren't as tight fitting. But I just finished a workout. We just finished a leg day in the shred shed, and I still have a lot of circulation going on from that. And I feel like I have. Tomorrow we're going to do something a little different. Like we've been talking about, we're going to be covering some of the shred shed sessions that we have there. We recorded a little bit, so I'm going to have my little buddy on tomorrow joining us with for the shred shed sessions. We haven't decided what it was yet, but it's me, Ralph, and Leland, and we're going to be talking about our workouts that we are going through, and we'll have a bunch of different footage from past workouts, from current workouts, more so current workouts because we're more so worried about what we're doing now and how we're going to continue trying to get into the best shape of our lives during the coronavirus epidemic, because we have to do this. This is all we have to do. Like, what else are you going to do? Are you going to just sit around and not do anything, or are you going to make yourself somewhat productive, at least somewhat productive, and just get it rolling? Get it rolling as much as you can. That's what I like. Other than that, man, it was a good day. I had work down in D.C. I had to go down to the District of Columbia and do a little bit of work down there, and it was fun. It's I'm glad that we don't necessarily have like a crazy snowy winter, because I never feel like dealing with that crap. As a native Floridian, I guess I'm not. I don't know. I'm a weird one though, because I was born in Maryland, but then I was raised in Florida. When I moved to Florida when I was like 2 or 3 years old, so it's not like I necessarily remember anything about anywhere else other than Florida. So I just say that I grew up. I was raised in Florida, but just the snow, man, like, it's beautiful, it's great, it's fun to look at, but damn, when you have to work in it, when you have to drive in it, when you have to deal with it every single day, it's not fun. It's not what it's cracked up to be, and I don't feel like dealing with it sometimes. But we don't necessarily have a choice now, do we? I'm going to jump back on to the comments real quick before I start rambling and getting ahead of myself, and then we start losing exactly where we were before we get into the subject at hand. And I'm sure you guys saw the name of the episode, which I'm gonna start figuring out new names for each episode and what we're going to be talking about, and creative names for those types of things. But we never necessarily have like a foolproof plan. We can always do whatever we need to do. It's just rambling. It's just I like to run my mouth a lot. So Craig Weber wants to know what is the Twitch name? Just wondering. It's Paul Jourdain, PaulJordane. You should be able to find it, and if you jump over there, we're live right now, so we're good to go. Bernie said, long hair and yellow shirt. Oh, hell, I thought Bill Collier was hosting the show. The heart and soul of the Guns for Hire. LOL, just kidding, brother. But got to get a couple jabs in you before you get rolling. Thanks, Bernie. Appreciate it a lot, man. Appreciate it a lot. Leg Day, Lemonade, Endgame. Sponsored by the Shred Shed. That's exactly what it was. It was Leg Day, Lemonade Day today. Leg Day, Lemonade, Jourdain. I like it. Leg Day, Lemonade, Jourdain. Or Jourdain's Leg Day, have some lemonade afterwards. Because everybody loves lemonade. At least some people do. Some people don't, I do, but I don't try to drink it too much because it's a little sugary. Even though I have sugar in my sweet tea. I try not to put too much sweet tea in it, though. Here I am admitting all this stuff to you guys like you're going to tell on me. Laura said those are great to watch. It helps me get back on track. Yeah, the Shred Shed sessions are definitely coming, and we're going to have a lot more footage than we previously did, because we've only done it a couple of times where we covered some of the Shred Shed stuff. But a lot of the Shred Shed stuff, I was having a hard time trying to figure out how to record it all and how to get it all right and how to get it all figured out, you know. But it's just I'm trying to think of like better ways for us to be able to present the Shred Shed onto the streams as well, so that we can have a little bit of variety in the shows, because, you know, we don't have a rule. We don't have to stay on subject. We don't have to do all these types of things. We can follow the conversation wherever the conversation goes. This is fun for me. I love doing this type of stuff. I'm like a wannabe Howard Stern, or you know, or anything like that, or Opie and Anthony, or any of the. I could name like a few Florida talk shows, but you probably don't know those. I don't think I have too many people from Florida in the chats. All my Florida people, raise up. What's up? Take your shirt off and flip it around your head. Spin it like a helicopter. Let me know that you're out there in the chats. But yeah, we're getting some good chats. You guys are coming along, ain't you? So those are great to watch. Darnell said, "Hey Paul, some don't know styles. That shirt is cool. People don't know earth tone colors, yellow, orange, light blues, etc." Hey man, it is what it is. I work out in the shirt. This is one of my favorite workout shirts, you know, and it makes me look good. I've only gotten compliments so far. So whenever somebody does try to break my feelings and hurt me and tell me that, oh, you don't look that good, blah, 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 it's fine. I know I look good because I have you guys telling me otherwise, and I'll take that. And Bernie said, damn, you went down to D.C. and didn't wave on your way down or your way back. I don't know where you live, Bernie. Are you in between D.C.? Because I go down to D.C. pretty often. And Laura said, you rambling? Never. Never. I'm not known to ramble. I would never ramble. I'm not a rambler. Come on, guys. I'm not a rambler. I wouldn't ramble. This isn't what this show is. It's not what the Endgame Jourdain show is, our little live show with Man Cat in the background. Got to have Man Cat. Got to always have the Man Cat in the background. I was supposed to change out the picture, though, because I have another picture for Man Cat, but I was supposed to change that one out. I like to change it out, like at least on a weekly basis. But we'll leave it alone there because I'm supposed to catch up with the chats, and then we'll get back to the conversation that was at hand, which was Anarchy in the in the UK. If we get to it, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get to it. We'll see. And then Barry said, talk about everything but the subject, which makes the show a good show. Yeah, that's what we do. We don't try to like put ourselves in a box and try to have to dissect every little thing about any type of subject. We'll go where the conversation goes, especially if the conversation's interesting, you know. I think that we've been able to mold a pretty interesting conversation throughout a lot of these different streams, and it's only going to get better. The beautiful thing about this is it's all a work in progress, and we're all learning how to do it. Like, I'm learning how to do live streams properly, and I'm learning how to keep talking for at least an hour. At least an hour. You can give an hour, you know. But I'm learning and practicing how to try to be entertaining for whatever time span we have, which right now it'll probably be about an hour. Normally, whenever I'm solo dolo goes about an hour by himself. Sometimes if we're hot and we're rolling, we'll go an hour and a half, 2 hours. But that's got to be rolling. That's got to be rolling. Laura said, did you say you put extra sugar in already made sweet tea? No, I put the sugar in the tea to make it sweet. I don't think that. Yeah, I would only put if it's already. I have done that before now. Now, whenever I first moved up here, here goes another rant. When I first moved up here to Maryland, I was used to nothing but sweet tea, and I didn't know that anything else was. I didn't think that anything else was. I thought that everybody drank sweet tea. I thought that tea was made with sugar, and I thought that was what tea is. You make tea with sugar. But apparently people put milk in tea and no sugar. Apparently, like that's like a Southern thing, was just putting sugar in your tea, which made me think like, why would you even want to drink tea if you don't put sugar in it? Like that's the best part. That's the reason why you drink it. It's a treat. It's a delicious little treat to have. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to have sugar in it? But then I move up here, and then I realize, like, oh no, it's a weird thing. It's weird that people actually don't. People just drink tea warmed up. Like they warm it up, they put hot water in a cup, they put a tea bag in it, and then they drink that. That's just weird to me. Like, no, put a little bit of sugar in there. Put something in there. Like, we don't just have to have just regular tea. But I'm not going to go to bed. I'm not going to sleep right now. But I mainly drink black tea anyway. So my favorite tea has a lot of caffeine in it. Compared to most teas, I mean, it's still not. What's it called? What are we thinking? It's still not like coffee or anything like that. It could be a lot worse. It could always be worse. That's the thing. It could definitely always be worse. All right. Anyway, so Stephen Jane said same here. That's why I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch. I'm an O and A guy as well. Yeah, I think Steve. Weren't a lot of us guys from Capital Wrestling O&A guys? Because when I was up there, I know like one of the fellas up there were an intern there for a little while. But I just know that a lot of guys, and all of our senses of humor are very much in line with like the O&A type stuff anyway. So I'm definitely down with you on that one. And Lori, what's up, Lori? Steve said, content of the Shred Shed sounds great. Rolling out videos for it live. Well, we'll roll out videos for it live whenever we're on. I'll do live videos while we're in the shed on Instagram. But we're going to be doing a live show here just like this. But then I'm going to introduce some of the footage that we have from the shed. So that'll be brand new footage. So we filmed some footage today that we're going to share on the live stream tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a lot of like working out related type stuff, motivating, that type of stuff. It's going to be more in line with that. Now, obviously, we can take the conversation wherever we want to go. But the goal tomorrow is to go through a lot of the Shred Shed stuff and get the Shred Shed stuff going. So that'll be what the plan is with the going live with the Shred Shed footage and that type of stuff. So didn't mean to hurt feelings. I really like the shirt. It's all good, Barry. No worries, brother. No worries. You're in Rockville, Bernie. I might have to hit you up sometime then because I definitely will be passing by. And Laura Spangler said Man-Cat magnets coming soon. I have a couple ideas for the Man-Cat one yet. And you guys need to help me out, though. I need a cute picture. I was thinking about this one. I was thinking about this picture, maybe, being it. But I don't know. There's a quote by the guy who created the atomic bomb, the nuclear bomb. And here, let me look it up real quick because I don't want to mess it up, but it's very interesting because what's his name? Here it is. Let's see. It's like Oppenheimer. Yeah, it was Robert Oppenheimer, and his quote, which was from the Bhagavad Gita, which is a Hindu scripture. His quote was, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." I want that quote under like a cute boy cat picture. So imagine that quote, I am become death, destroyer of worlds, and you just have a cute kitty face. Because, I mean, let's be honest, that's what cats do. Cats are they're wild animals, and they kill. They kill and they eat, and they kill more, and they kill for fun, and they just don't stop. And they just keep killing, and they keep killing, and they keep killing, and it is what it is, But anyway, Barry Jones said last night was a good example. Yeah, definitely. Last night was a great example. Last night was phenomenal. Last night was very fun, and we just went off into totally different subjects like football team names and that type of stuff. But it's good. It was interesting. It's fun stuff to go through. Lisa said, Paul, you look great in anything you wear. All your live streams good all the time. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. And I hope that you get well soon, too, because I know that you've had a lot of health issues that you've been dealing with. So get well soon, please. Bernie said, next week, need a 2-hour energy shot of the end game and the real deal. Yeah, 100%, brother. 100%. You need some tea. You love tea. You need some of my tea if you love tea. Lisa, bring me some tea next time you're down there. Next time I'm down south, bring me some tea. I'll drink it. I got some peanuts. Georgianne brought us some peanuts a few weeks ago, so definitely down for that. Steve James, hot tea you put in milk. You put hot tea in milk, or you put milk in hot tea? I'm confused. Either way, I don't like it. And then Laura said, I tried to explain that to my Massachusetts friends that the drink of the South is sweet tea. Yeah, it's sweet tea. That's exactly. I had no idea. Whenever I first moved up here, I couldn't believe that. Like when I would ask for tea, because down in Florida, you just get tea and it's sweet. And I'm sure there's a disconnect whenever people from the north come down there and they get their tea and they don't ask for unsweetened, because you have to ask for unsweetened tea down there. Up here, you have to ask for sweetened tea. And even then, they'll give you unsweetened tea and then they'll just give you some packets of sugar, like that's going to work. And that doesn't work all the time. That's always a jip. It's always a jip to me, because you got to melt that. You got to melt that sugar in there. It's got to be like that. And Stephen James said, I heat it up without sugar sometime, and my throat hurts, and maybe some honey if you need the sweet. Yeah, that's how I sweeten my teas now. I use honey. I usually use honey to sweeten my teas. And sometimes when I'm feeling frisky, I'll use like a half a cup of sugar for the gallon. But, it is what it is. Hey, Paul, do you do grits up there? I eat grits down south, but not up here. Up here, I haven't seen anybody with grits. I'm pretty sure that there are, though. I think scrapple's more of a thing up here. Scrapple or Scrabble? Scrapple? I think it's Scrapple. But it's like just a mixture of a whole bunch of shit. It's nothing like grits, but it's like a whole bunch of different meals that you put in. So Scrapple's definitely worth checking out. It's an interesting one. It's I don't know if it's that great, but it's okay. It's okay. We were down there, a few of us really big fans, but that's the golden era. Yeah, 100%. The O&A stuff is definitely the golden era. Laura said, I miss all my good food and restaurants that I can go down when I get south. Yep, down south's where all that good food is. That's what I'm telling you. Bernie said Manchester High in Manchester, Maryland. One of the many schools that had us at MCW. I do remember that. I think that I've been there. Was it a horse? Did they have horses there? I think that sounds familiar. Needs to change their mascot to the Man Cats. If they changed it to the Man Cats, they would never lose a game. They would never lose a game ever again. Not once. Great show. You can't keep it down for too long. Yep, you know it. If you are, they're good too. Barry said, can't get sweet tea in South Florida. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, South Florida is a different one, though. South Florida doesn't even count as like actual Florida. It's a different part. Darnell said, I put milk in my coffee, but not in my tea. Yeah, I put milk in my coffee if I drank coffee. Hell no. Leftover hog parts and mashed together. Scrapple? Hell no. Leftover hog parts and mashed, Barry said. Yeah, that's what I heard it is. It's a bunch of leftovers that are just all mushed together, and then you eat that. But that's just one of the things. You can't really do much about that. You just kind of, you either eat it or you don't. And I'm not really big on it. I know grits aren't that bad. Grits are pretty good. I actually like grits, but I don't like grits too much. I need the grits with, it has to be flavored with something. I have to have grits with like sunny side up eggs, where you can at least eat some of the yellow and that type of stuff. Like I don't necessarily, you can eat some of the yolk. I don't necessarily like it. I don't really like it that much. I don't really like Scrapple. I don't like grits that much either. And I was never like much of a grits guy. And Bernie said, South Florida, get that food. Cuban cooking down there. Yep, that exactly. Good Cuban. Yeah, a lot of good Cuban food down there. Just sent you 2 pics of Mancat I like. I will find more later. All right, awesome, Laura. That sounds good. I'm going to check that so that I can see the pictures and see if we're going to. I want that quote on a picture of Boycat being cute as shit. Like he has to be cute. That's the point of the shirt. He has to be looking adorable, but then saying like like some of the worst shit. And a quote coming from the guy who created the nuclear bomb. That's like the perfect quote. You can't really beat that. That's like the level of quote that I need in my life anyway. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I need in my life. All right, cool. I think I caught up with the comments, so we're gonna go. We're gonna move on now. And Tracy, real quick, said you would love grits with sausage and shrimp. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Sausage and shrimp sounds like it would be pretty good. What kind of sausage though? Like a sausage, like a sausage patty? It'd probably be pretty good, I think. All right, Laura said for me to check out the Boy Cat pictures that she picked out real quick. So let me jump on to. I'm gonna jump onto Facebook real quick and see how that is. Ew! Some people put sugar in their grits. That's disgusting. Why would you put sugar in your grits? That doesn't even seem like that would be a good thing to do. You know what I mean? I don't think like that. That doesn't make it taste any better, does it? Does it make it taste any better? I don't think it does. All right, here we go. Let's check out this man cat picture real quick. Boom. Go to picture. Oh, they didn't go through, Laura. It says Laura unsent a message. I will go through your pics and find a cute pic, but I do not see. I don't have boy cat pics yet. There you go. It's not coming through from me, so maybe we got to relink or something like that. Good night, Lisa. Hope you have a great night. Yep, they do make it sweeter. Good deal. Yeah, some people put sugar in their grits. That's one of the weirdest things to me because I don't understand that. I don't want to mess with no sugar and no grits. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyway, there's a bunch of anarchy going on in the UK, guys. There's a bunch of craziness going on because we got the coronavirus stuff going on. And I know that we had a lot of coronavirus stuff going on, conversations that we were having last night about the whole coronavirus and how people are dealing with it and how they should deal with it or shouldn't deal with it and that type of stuff. And that's pretty, I don't know if it's even controversial because everybody seems to be pretty reasonable about the whole thing. But 3 days before Christmas, more than 40 countries banned UK arrivals. So they're not letting people come into the country because they have too many new cases of this new strain of coronavirus, which from my understanding, it looks like the different news articles that I could find are saying that it's like the vaccine that we have now is not going to work properly on that. It's just a different strain. So now you're going to have to get another vaccine for that one. And now it looks like it's going to be endemic and it's going to be lasting. It might be like a seasonal thing that we have to start dealing with, possibly. And we can't necessarily eradicate it because there's a lot of stuff going on in the UK, and the UK doesn't. Man, I don't see it. Like, how did it happen in the UK? Like, how does a strain mutate and then become a different strain? Or is it always evolving and changing in the different areas? And this is just like the UK strain of the coronavirus. It's fascinating. France shut their borders for 48 hours. Oh, they only shut it for 2 days, though. So that's not so bad. Flights from the UK are being suspended to territories across the world. Boris Johnson, who's the British PM, said he spoke with the French President Macron, and both sides wanted to resolve these problems as fast as possible, and they haven't yet. But you know, who knows? We're gonna find another way. It's just let's see. It's interesting though. Mr. Johnson, who's the British PM, said, who earlier chaired a meeting in the government's emergency committee, added, "We are working with our friends across the channel." They're an island, so, So the French Europe minister, Clement Bain, said that they would announce on Thursday or Tuesday what measures were being introduced after the phase of the emergency and harsh precaution that we had to take. He said they would come into effect on Wednesday. All this is just a mess. Christmas is in jeopardy after the ban on the UK travelers. There's so much going on with the UK stuff coming out of it. But it seems like it seems like things aren't getting much better than what we were hoping they would be. It's just one of those things. You can't necessarily do anything about it. You just gotta keep trying to quarantine and keep trying to keep people from going too crazy about it. Try to keep people from. We got another message there. Because that's the scary thing about it. That whole who knows where we're going to be in a couple of months. Like I'm banking. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to be free, and we're going to be able to. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it, Laura. Okay, back to the Boycat thing real quick. It's not working on my end. Yep, sorry, it's not working on your end. I don't know why it's not working, but that's okay because I just now got the post for it. So there we go. And Darnell said, "Great Britain, aka 28 Days Later." Was that 28? Was that based in 28 Days Later? I didn't even realize that. It was, wasn't it? Wow. See, you never know. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get. When fiction becomes reality, now we got to deal with this. Now we got that whole thing coming. It's coming, guys. We're going to be zombies. I know everybody's looking forward to being zombies, but I don't want to be a zombie. Oh, yeah, this picture is really good. Let's see if I can move it over so that people can see it. And then we can visualize that picture with the quote. Because I think that like I want that shirt, but I have to find the right Boycat picture for it. All right, let's see if this will jump on here real quick. Boom. Yeah, there we go. So that's the oops. Let me fix that now. That's the Boycat picture right there. Him sitting in there's. I wish I had like a more solid background where it was just a picture of him and the flowers. Because a picture of him and the flowers would be totes adorbs. I think that would be like a all-time bestseller. But maybe a picture like this and him having the saying, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds," right there. I mean, I could always just put a Boycat picture on here at this point and. Instead of having to switch them out on the wall. But I like switch them out on the wall. I think that I like that as well. But, it's just one of those things. It's just I'm trying to get Boycat out there so that people see him. Because people, like, you guys write me all the time talking about Boycat. Saying how you miss the Man-Cat updates and how the stories are always good. They're always ridiculous though. It's just I can't think too much more about the killing of baby animals, and not necessarily baby animals. I mean, some of them are adult animals, some of them are baby animals, some of them are baby bunnies, some of them are adult bunnies. But just imagine like that picture, and then he says, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds." That's Man-Cat for you. That actually is Man-Cat, though, because all he does is hunt. Even though I was talking to one of my friends a couple of days ago, and they were telling me that their cat has the worst time hunting. Their cat is lazy as hell, and they have problems trying to get their cat to hunt the rodents that are in their house, in their yard. So, like, Boycat never had to go hunting. He never had to be hungry and feel like he had to kill an animal and eat it. He just does that. That's just what he does. He has plenty of food inside. I make sure that he's well fed. He's well supplied with the food. But for some reason, old kitty cat doesn't like he likes the food. He just likes to eat fresh food as well. I don't know. I don't know if it's like the fresh meat. I don't know if it's the glory of the kill, knowing that he like finally found him and he got him. But it's just the cats are fascinating little creatures. There's not much more you can say about that. The fucking animals are animals, people are people. It's 28 days later in the UK. Nobody can travel here or there in the UK. But what are you going to do? It's just part of the game. It's just part of the game that we're living in anyway, because we're just having a hard time getting through it. But I think that everybody's doing the best that they can to deal with it. But I'm looking forward to doing our Shred Shed Chronicles tomorrow. And getting things rolling. I know it's Tuesday, but happy Tuesday, guys. I know that Christmas is coming up in just a couple of days. Tomorrow is no, tomorrow's not. No, it's the 22nd. Okay, so we still got a couple more days than I was expecting, but there's not much more you can necessarily do to worry about that. And I just wanted to make sure that I got on here and got us updated with everything and see how everything was going. And everybody's doing pretty well, it seems. Yeah, the UK stuff is not. I don't think we necessarily have to worry about that too much because it seems like that's the only place in the world. But that could be like the beginning of more problems that we have in the future where they get that new strain and now you have to quarantine for the new strain, and it's not like the old strain. This strain's stronger and more resilient to, whatever the case may be. It's just tough. It's just tough. But all you got to do is deal with what you can, I'll go back to the comments real quick. And Laura said, I tagged you in a post. Yep, that was a good pick. So I just shared it up there. Barry Jones said, until everybody gets on the same page, nothing will change, including medical experts, politicians, and citizens. Yeah, that's true. How do you get everybody on the same page? That's the problem. That's the challenge at hand, though. How do you get everybody on the same page? Because nobody wants to be on the same page. Everybody likes doing what they're doing. Everybody likes living their normal life. But how do you explain to people who otherwise would just be going about their days as they normally would? How do you convince them to change everything about their normal lifestyle? How do you convince them to change everything about their normal lifestyle and quarantine and just sit at home and not socialize and not go out and not be around people? That's hard. That's a hard thing to ask most people. And most people aren't even in tune with the news. Like, the news gets like 2, 3, maybe 4 million views whenever they're like on their ratings. Like, there's 300 million people in the country. So there's a lot of people who ain't even paying attention to that stuff. There's a lot of people who are just doing their own thing. That's the complicated thing about it. It's like, how do you convince people who are living their normal lives to sacrifice themselves, or to sacrifice their time, or to sacrifice their family's time, or to sacrifice their jobs, or to sacrifice any of these things for the greater good? Because nobody wants to get sick and everybody wants to do the best. You want to do, like, I feel like most people want to think that they're a good person in their heads. I don't think that everybody is a good person. I think that everybody's a little bit of both. You're a good person and a bad person. You got a little bit of it. You got a little bit of everything for you. We have our human rules, but then you have your brain, which some people will listen to some of those rules and some people don't. Most people don't like being told what to do. So how do you tell people what to do without coming off like you're telling them what to do? Because I think that it more so like even if it's for the greater good and it's trying to make people come together, especially as one, it's tough. So Barry Jones said, until everybody gets on the same page. I think I read that already. Yep, including medical experts. Yep, I guess I meant that we need to stop trying. I guess I meant that we need to try to stop conflicting info. That's the problem, though. The problem is, like, everything is conflicting with itself, though. That's the problem. Everything's conflicting. Every piece of information has, like, their different bias of perspective. And then how do you get a wide range of people to see that? Because like everybody's split into different things, and like even like you got Ford and Chevy people who like fight each other, like they'll fist fight each other. I'm sure you could YouTube that. Chevy and Ford people being angry at each other because each one of them own a different type of car. So people are just crazy in that sense anyway. How do you get all these crazy people to be on the same page, to understand that, okay, if we all just quarantine, if we all just shut down for a month, and we really, really don't travel, we don't do anything, we cut the travel to and from, and we just shut it down. And everybody is shut down. Everybody, like, it's a total agreement that everybody, like, we're all in this together. We know, like, this is going to benefit us in the long run. We don't want to have another coronavirus hanging on here, lingering on here for years and years and years, because right now we're coming up on a year of the coronavirus, and it seems like it's not getting any better. Generally the numbers obviously are always going to exponentially increase. Well, I don't know about exponentially, but they're definitely going to increase. You don't want them to exponentially. You don't want them to speed up, but the numbers are definitely going to increase. How do you get people convinced to do it? But how do you convince them not to, too? Because there's a lot of people who are on the other side of it saying that, no, you need to live your life. You need to go on. This is just the natural process of things. And if we didn't have the technology, this thing, people would just be thinking that they had the flu and they wouldn't have been able to label it. And all they're doing is labeling something that wouldn't have that much of effect. It would have a menial effect on us anyway as it is, especially if the flu numbers have dropped and basically the coronavirus has taken its place. If we didn't have the technology to distinguish those two different things, would it even, like, what would that even mean? So that's a tough thing. It's all tough though, because it's all questions. It's all questions, and some people have answers, some people don't have answers. But who has the right answers? I would think that you'd want to look to the people in the medical fields, the people who are dealing with this type of stuff every day and every night. But who knows? That's the thing. Who really knows? Nobody really knows. Some people do, I'm sure. But Bernie said, "I nominate Mancat for Speaker of the House." Definite improvement. That's a definite improvement over anything, I think, especially in there. That's definitely an improvement. Bernie said the Sheetz Wawa war is intense. Yeah, people got to pick one or the other. People definitely have to pick one or the other. And then Barry Jones said, "Oh, hell no." That means, what's that? Wawa and Sheetz. Yeah, there's a war. There's a war between them. It's like, which one do you prefer? I mean, I prefer Sheetz, but that's because I don't get Sheetz all the time. We have a Wawa that's like right up the road from us, so we're spoiled with the Wawas. I don't know if I would feel the same way with the Sheetz, though, because I think that I would still prefer Sheetz over Wawa, even if we had access to it like we always do, because that Sheetz, they just have way more of a variety. I like the variety, man. I like the variety. I only get like one or two things at Wawa, so it's nothing against it, but oh, hell no, that means no wrestling shows. Well, that's the problem, though, because most wrestling shows are shut down. Now, we do have some wrestling shows that are still running, and I got a corona test, and I did my shows in New Jersey, and I've done some shows in Alabama. No, in Georgia. We didn't do Alabama. Alabama got canceled because, they were scared. They were too scared to do it. So we had to cancel the Alabama show, and that was during the last trip that we had down there for our little road trip that Ralph and I had for our show last week that we were explaining to you guys. But yeah, the problem is, and they say that Facebook is trying to stop the conflicting information when it comes to the coronavirus and when it comes to all these types of things. That's the thing, though. Do you trust Facebook? Do you trust Twitter? Do you trust TikTok? Do you trust Twitch? Do you trust all these different places that are trying, apparently, on, they're saying that they want to try to put the right information out there for everyone, but you also have to understand that they all have their own things that they're all worried about as well. So it's tough. It's a tough spot for everyone. In every sense of the word, it's a tough spot. It's complicated. I don't think that anybody really knows what you're really supposed to be doing during this time anyway, because this type of stuff has never happened before. I mean, it's happened before. You have it from the pandemic from 1918, and you have a bunch of different examples of things, but not in the modern world. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So there's a lot of lessons that you can take from history, but we're still living in now. We're not living in then. We're living in the now, and we're figuring things out right now as we go. So that's the interesting thing that I'm wanting to see with the UK, because the UK seems like they're trying to shut everything down as much as possible. And I know that's horrible timing with Christmas, but it's all horrible timing. I mean, when is it good timing to have a pandemic? When is it a good timing to shut everything down? And even at that point, traveling, whenever we were on the road a couple of weeks ago, the different states have different ways of handling it. And, some of these places that are spiking up have like some of the toughest lockdowns, like New York and California and a lot of these places. that are having these big giant spikes, and I know Florida was having a spike, but they don't necessarily seem to be having too much of a spike right now. They all have these different situations going on, but the ones who are just saying, "Oh, hey guys, you just have to, you just have to clean your hands. You're allowed to come inside if you want to without a mask, but it's your risk. You do it on your own risk. We recommend putting a mask on." And that seems to be the least intrusive, but it's not conducive to getting people to be on board. A lot of people, like, you're giving people the option, so they're going to take the option not to wear the mask. But if we're all in this together and we're all trying, then you want everybody to wear the mask. So that's the balance. There's a hard balance that everybody in the world has to deal with right now. That's why I wanted to talk about the UK stuff, because it wasn't the UK that shut everything down. It was 40 other countries, and they're just stopping people from coming in. They don't want arrivals from the UK, because if they get arrivals from the UK, then they're probably bringing that new strain. And if the new strain comes, and then it's not anything too similar to the old strain, and then it just becomes a mess. So it's just a mess. And Shamala said, "I just hope this COVID stuff goes off. This is so bad." I agree. It's not good. None of this stuff is good. And it's happening all over the world, though. That's what everyone can take comfort in. Is it's happening all over the world. You ain't the only one. I ain't the only one. We ain't the only ones. So, and Bernie, talking about social media, said all the social media off the wall now. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, trying to censor too much. Hell, anytime Facebook improves their site, it feels like it gets worse. Funny how even after 15 years, they will have a 5,000 friend limit. And who knows if every connection sees everyone's posts. I don't think that they do, though. I think that they have algorithms set up so that if you have, it's just like, most of us know how social media works. They work off the algorithms, and if they're getting comments, likes, and shares, that's why I'm saying, like, hey guys, like, comment, and share our stuff. Comments, we love you guys. Shares, we love you guys. Subscribe, we love you guys. That's because you always have to say that, because I realized that whenever I started doing these shows regularly, every time I would say it, we would get more viewers. We would get more subscribers, because people were like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll subscribe. I like hearing this dude ramble about random things. I'm cool with that, which is cool. Like, I love that. I appreciate that. I love that we have people who are here that want to hear they like hearing that type of stuff, because it's all, I mean, it's easy. It's easy to go all over the place with the type of stuff. Like, this is I think that this is like a, it's like heaven for conspiracy theorists. This is like what you want if you're a conspiracy theorist. This is like the best thing that could ever happen if you're a conspiracy theorist. Like, now that everything does have to shut down, realistically for health reasons, so that we all can take care of each other, because we want to be careful. It's just a mess. Zaberi said, we can't forget to mention all the conspiracy theories. That's what I'm talking. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly it. Bernie said that was rambling about random things, not rambling rich. I love rambling rich. Rambling rich is a good dude. But back to what Barry said, because that's a very good point. That was kind of the direction that I was going with that anyway. We can't forget to mention all the conspiracy theorists that are running amok. That's the problem. You get that, like, on top of trying to convince people, how can we stop the spread? Not to be too cliche about it. How can we stop the spread? Okay, you shut everything down. You social distance. You don't spread it to each other. You're not coughing each other's mouths. You're not at dance parties dancing on each other. We're not at wrestling shows sweating on each other wrestling. It's all these different things that are going on. But then all you need is a tinfoil hat person to come in and be like, hey, guys, I heard that this is worldwide communism that's going on. So this is the death of America. I'm sorry. And, I mean, that's a sexy thing to talk about. And communism's been on America's brain since after World War II. And that's a very easy key, because the thing is about like the communism thing, like that's a very easy thing to say to people that's going to translate to a lot of people, because they're going to understand what you're talking about. They're going to hear, oh, communism. Oh, okay, I get it. I did, Laura. I put the picture up and I put it on the show. You left me. You left me because I put it up. I'll put it up in a minute. But I did. Did you see the picture? You saw it, right? Ralph saw it. Ralph saw it. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. But back to the whole the communism thing. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, we got it. Communism's bad. Stalin's bad. Like that stuff's bad. Just like Nazis are bad. National Socialists are bad. Those are bad things. Now, like, I don't think that like communism, in the sense of what people are saying, is coming. What is it? Oh, it's a new. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Laura. My bad. Yeah, Ralph just let me know. I'll get to that to 1 second. Let me finish the communism spiel. I'm going to rant about New World communism real quick, and then you never know what the fuck we're going to talk about. New World communism. Isn't that great? But that's what people say. Like, yeah, I know it's sexy to say it. It's easy to say it because most people are familiar with it. We grew up being taught about communism in the world and all these types of things going on and blah, 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 blah. Whatever the case may be, sure, there might be, like right now, they're like in every situation, in every bad situation, there's going to be a lot of people who take really good advantage. So you just have to keep your eyes open for those types of people. You have to keep your eyes open for those types of things, because we're not all I don't think that everybody has like the worst in mind for people, but they have the best in mind for themselves. That's the thing. And if it's the worst in mind for people, that's fine. I get it. But I don't think that like people are intrinsically motivated to want to hurt people. They're intrinsically motivated for whatever their selfish gains they can have may be. And you know, the world, the way that the world is and the way that the order of the world is, it's all a bunch of different crazy networks. And it's like, you always have different offshoots. I remember reading one of George Orwell's books. I think it was whenever he spent some time in the Spanish, with the Spanish army down in Spain, but it was during World War II. It's not talking about, it wasn't 1984. 1984 is a great book, by the way. I love the book. All like the social stances and whatever New World communism stuff that he has in there with Big Brother. I get that. Like yeah, he was brilliant for that. But it's a great book. It's just a phenomenal book. It's a great like drama. It's a great book. But anyway, that all of it just seems like it's not that easy, because there's going to be a yin and a yang. There's going to be certain people who fight against it. There's going to be, and that's how it all goes. Like, I think the best thing that you can do is, instead of worrying about all this crazy stuff that's not in your hands, we can focus on trying to get ourselves better. That's why the Shred Shed is such an important thing to me, because everything's shut down. Our gyms just opened back up, but I can't work out in a mask. I can, but I refuse. I don't necessarily completely refuse, because I'm sure there's going to be a point whenever I have to wear a mask to go work out, and that sucks. But for now, I'm going to avoid it to the best of my abilities, because it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that I don't want to deal with. I don't feel like dealing with. So now we're going to go back. But, you know, human nature. That's exactly, Barry. Human nature. Man, I love this show. Fuck COVID. Yeah, fuck COVID. 100% with that. I'm 100% with you. I saw it on PIA. I did a quick edit and look after the show. Okay, I will definitely do that. Shame people get old. Would love Guns for Hire versus Holy Rollers program. I would love that. That would be fun as hell, man. Be able to work those guys. That would be phenomenal. All right, I'm gonna jump on here real quick and look at what Laura said, and then we're gonna finish up one more little rant with the, you know, whatever I feel like. Oh, wait a minute. We just got the comment of the night, Drew Molson, which, if you guys aren't familiar, he was once, what was his wrestling name? Drew, I can't remember your wrestling name for the WWE. Damn it. It was, what was it? Damn it. Oh, well. But anyway, Drew said, Jupiter and Saturn have aligned. War is coming. Yeah, but Mercury is in retrograde. So what are you going to do about that? I get that they're aligned, but if Mercury is in retrograde, it's, oh, Jacob Novak. That's awesome. I'm glad that I remembered that. Good times, brother. Good times. But Mercury is in retrograde, so you don't necessarily have to worry about that. Oh, you got it, Laura. That's it. You nailed it. That's it. Now, I might have to, we might have to clean up a little bit of the, we might have to clean up a little, just a tiny bit of the photoshopping, but I think that you did a damn good job, because that right there. Now, just imagine here. Let me put it up so everybody can see it real quick. I know we don't have too many people here live, but I'm gonna put it up for so everybody can see. Now, this is the work in progress, and it might be Laura that's. Oh no. I'm trying to move everything around. See, this is what you get. It didn't have to be the beginning of the show, Laura. It was like right towards the end of the show where I messed something up. See, now I'm just trying to find the picture because I just moved it in here. So give me one moment. Let me find the picture. There goes that one. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. All right, now imagine that picture right there. But it says, just right above it, it says, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds." That little cute little cat, you know. Isn't that the best though? I think that's going to be the man cat picture. That's going to be the man cat. I mean, now, is that a magnet? Is it a picture? Is it a shirt? I'm definitely going to make the man cat shirt with him being cute with that quote. It has to be it. It has to be a shirt, because I want that shirt. I would buy that shirt if I just saw it randomly. I would buy a man cat shirt that says, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds," because I know that cat's probably an asshole, because most cats are. But I love that. Man cat is the shit, dude. No, Laura, that is perfect. That's exactly what I was imagining. Because now, like, it could be a black shirt, but then you just put the font above it, and like it's literally him sitting with the flowers. Like, you can't beat that. That's the vision. That's the vision right there. And he's just chill. The cat's just chill. He's just hanging out. You know, you can't beat that. I want that shirt. I want a shirt of a cat being a little asshole. You know. I think I'm going to take. Now, do you guys think that it needs to be a cartoon, or do you think that it literally needs to be an actual picture of Boy Cat? Because I'm thinking that actual picture right there that Laura just sent, I think that's going to be the winner. I think the winner is going to be that. I think the man cat shirt's going to be coming soon. But if I get the man cat shirts, I mean, it's just like the Jourdain shirts as well. Like, I can have pictures, I can have magnets, I can have all that type of stuff for it, but it'll just be up there at jourdain.shop, and you'll just have to get them there. But that's where all of our stuff is anyway. And you want to support us, right? You want to support us. We also have a oh, thanks Laura for not asking for the commission. But yeah, that's I think that's in line with what I have envisioned for Boy Cat, because I've been needing to do a Boy Cat shirt for so long, because people ask me, like, he's more popular than I am, obviously, because I have to have him here. But yeah, I think that Boy Cat's definitely going to be. He's so majestic. He's a good cat. He's a good cat. He's a good person. You know, he does his best. He tries to keep everybody happy and fed. He wants to keep everybody nice and fat. So, you know, can't really be too mad about that. He cares. And then let's see where we at. Barry Jones said, "I like your comment about we need to take care of each other." We do need to take care of each other. That's you know, that kind of comes with living in a society, right? Like, where we're not going to do anything to harm our fellow man, to harm our fellow neighbors. But there's that switch again. There's that back and forth where it's like, yeah, you don't want to harm, but there is harm in shutting yourself down and not socializing, because we are social creatures. People get depressed, suicide rates raise up, and all those types of things. So there's just a lot that goes into it. I I'm not hard-lined one way or the other. I kind of like to, you know, I just like to try to have an open mind and try to think about everything as productively as we can. And because the whole doom and gloom stuff doesn't happen, it's like, okay, these are the barometers that we have to work within. Let's work within them, and let's just make it work to the best of our abilities. There's nothing else that we can do. You can't really cheat the system. You can't screw anybody over. You can't do anything like that. You just have to figure it out for yourself and keep working. And, you know, hopefully we have enough of us out there where we can all support each other and doing the types of things that we need to do. Who knows? Who knows where it's all going to go. I feel like that's been a constant, since I brought the podcast back, this has just been a constant conversation. I have a couple podcasts that we were doing right before all this stuff happened, and then, you know, it's fun to go back and see like how we're all handling it. And I think that Jimmy's commentary is some of the most funny stuff. So you guys go back and see some of our Friday night tries because you know, he has some hilarious examples. And I'm just thinking of some of them, but I don't want to say them because I don't want to steal his thunder. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. We got our hour in. We got everything rolling. We had another Tuesday night. This was a happy Tuesday night. I'm going to be here for tomorrow, and then we're going to be here Christmas Eve. We will take off Christmas, which is Friday, so I'll have a 3-day weekend, and then we'll be back on Monday, and then we'll be talking about the new year and what the new year has, and we're going to have some new year goals. We're going to have some new year things that we want to talk about. We're going to talk about all those types of things. So, you know, it's very fun. Barry Jones, thank you, brother. That's one of my that comment means more to me than you know, dude. That this 1 hour that makes you think. Everyone needs to tune in. That's all we need to do, man. Like, as long as we can try to think a little bit and we can try to figure things out, we're gonna get there. If you guys think of any interesting subjects you want to talk about, obviously we're always open here for the Jourdain Show. I guess this is going to be the Jourdain Show, the Jourdain Stream, whatever we want to call it. Just make sure that you guys like, subscribe, comment, share, all that type of stuff. Because we're trying to build this up. We're trying to get this going. Spitting Venom Radio will be back. I'm not sure. I think it's looking like Spitting Venom Radio with Bob Hollywood is going to be happening after Christmas. Probably after New Year, too. I'm not sure if he's going to have some time in between. But that's going to be coming back. We were supposed to have Spinning Games Radio with Rick. Rick wasn't available tonight. I think that he had more work that he had to do. So we're going to have the game show coming back. Even if I have to get a separate host in here who's familiar with the type of stuff and they can do it, because I know a lot of our guys like that. We have a lot of fans who are into it. So hopefully we're going to be able to get that going. Rick's going to be able to be available whenever he can. Everybody has lives. Everybody, like, we don't make any money doing this type of stuff. This is all out of passion and this is all out of fun. And we're all trying to I'm trying to have a good a good connection with everybody, so that we can just keep it rolling, man. Like this is. I feel like I'm sitting here. I wouldn't sit here and talk to myself for an hour, but we're having like a literal conversation here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight. It's always fun. We'll talk to you. I'll talk to you guys later. You all have a good night, and